What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So the young sensation Joan Pradells remain a very hot topic of discussion in the bodybuilding community. As for Wadubad, he made a very big statement that this guy can win the Olympia in 5 years time. Now whether that comes to fruition or not, that will be decided later. But Joan getting such high praise from one of the biggest bodybuilding media, one of the biggest voice in the sport of bodybuilding at the moment, that is such an awesome thing for him. So winning an Olympia title, that is the most difficult task, because if we go down the bodybuilding history books, there are the greatest legends of the sport who looked amazing in their prime, some of the best bodybuilders in the world. But somehow they were still not able to win an Olympia title. Flex Wheeler is a prime example of that. Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray, Nasser Al-Sombate, and so many others. The list just goes on and on. But that being said, things are kind of different now. Gone are the days when it was claimed that you have to knock out the champion to dethrone him. The Olympia title has changed hands literally every year since 2018, except for those 2 years when Big Ramy won 2 consecutive Olympia titles. Now only time will tell how high Joan can place at big shows like the Arnold and the Olympia. But nobody can deny the fact that he has some of the craziest structure in the open bodybuilding right now. And if we dissect the statement of Fuad, he said Joan winning an Olympia in 5 years, and how that is a possibility. So that means Samson, Hardy, Andrew, Brendan Carey, William Bonac, they will all be retired in another 5 years' time. And all these newer guys will 100% be on the rise. And what we saw from this young kid in the past month or so, that was so damn amazing. Now we do not necessarily agree that he can win the Olympia title in the future based on his 2025 run, but he will definitely be one awesome bodybuilder. So the good thing is that Joan is gonna have an awesome opportunity to stand next to Andrew Jacked this coming weekend in Romania and take some more feedback and what to work on for 2026. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. Next up, we have an update from the 212 Olympia champion Keone Pearson. I think people are a bit confused on Keone's situation when he said that he will have to gain more size, more mass. Well, yes, to be competitive in the open, he definitely needs more muscle, more mass. But how can he build more muscle when he was already 211.9 pounds at the weigh-ins before the Olympia this year? That is what everybody has been asking. Now, the fact is Keone weighing this heavy, that was probably the biggest mistake that these guys made at the Olympia this year, because he was way off from his own personal best, his own standard, especially at the prejudging. So in an ideal world, where Keone has that textbook bodybuilding peak, he still has a few more pounds to grow, to get bigger, if he wants to make the permanent switch to the men's open bodybuilding in the future. Now it is so crazy to see how almost everybody changed their minds after seeing Keone compete as a men's open guy in Prague. Now everyone wants Keone to stay in 212 because, let's just face it, the man is untouchable in that division, and he has been extremely careful when it comes to putting on more size, more mass on his frame, especially because of his midsection. So this is a guy who started competing in classic physique division as a pro. He made a very successful switch to 212, and the man has already won 3 Olympia titles. So how much muscle Keone put on from 2019 to 2025? Roughly 35 pounds. So how much more can he put on? Well, only time will tell. The former Olympia champion Samson Dauda is very angry. The man is already back in the gym earlier than usual after a long season and is blasting away those weights. So now that we all agree that he jumped into the show way too early after the Olympia this year, there is also a positive side to it. He wasn't able to get back all that lost muscle in just 2 weeks' time. But have a look at this collage from TFE Media, highlighting the difference in the overall fullness and the roundness, also the muscularity, from the Olympia to Prague on Samson Dauda. So this was achieved in merely 2 weeks' time. So just imagine what he could do for the whole of season. Because after what happened at the Olympia this year, the man is never going back to playing that conditioning game again. Because honestly, there wasn't a drastic difference in his conditioning at the Olympia this year compared to last year. The one area that took the most from his overall flow, from his physique, while chasing that conditioning, that was the legs. The fact is, Samson is known to have some of the best looking quads on any open bodybuilding stage. Now we have seen it time and time again that an elite pro, they have 1 or 2 bad showings and people say their career is over. They start counting them out. Don't go too far back. Just look at the comments made on Martin after the Pittsburgh Pro. And look at the opinions of everyone after Derek placed 3rd at the Olympia last year. And both these guys turn things around. So if anyone is counting out Samson Dauda, they're doing the same mistake. And the man has all the tools to make a very solid comeback in 2026. So the mutant Nick Walker finally posted his first traditional check-ins taken at empty stomach 4 weeks post-Olympia. So only 7 pounds gained compared to his stage weight, which tells us that he has been very meticulous with his diet approach. The fact is, he could have done a show in the post-Olympia tour to redeem himself, which simply means showing up better than what we saw at the Olympia. But the man chose to shut it down. There was too much of that drama going on with him and his coach, splitting up and not holding back. The bigger question is, will Nick Walker do the upcoming Arnold and go for that big paycheck of 750 grand? The fact is, he has to. That is simply too big of a purse to ignore and not take a chance. And if you guys remember back in 2024, when Arnold made the announcement regarding the prize money, even at that time, Nick showed great interest in doing that show. So he won it back in 2021, which according to him was the best look of his entire career. He also did that back in 2023 when Samson Dauda beat him. So we expect this upcoming Arnold lineup, one of the best lineups in the recent past, and it's probably gonna be off the charts. Because Arnold is easily the biggest bodybuilding show of the year for the men's open class, especially in terms of the prize money. So Nick right now is 31. So if he stays healthy, he has at least 6 to 8 years of his prime bodybuilding years where he can still thrive and be one of the best bodybuilder in the world. So what do you guys think about next 4 weeks out post-Olympia update? Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.